Heard all over Southern California. The show that everybody's talking about called Start a Biz, and you're wondering where is Aaron Scott Young? He's making that $15,000 a pop speech in Salt Lake City. He'll be on back on Thursday, and then, as you know, we're on the weekends. So the last segment. If you want to know who I am, I'm Coach Tunick, Coach Ron Tunick. Go to CoachTunick.com. You can read my blogs. And my wonderful co-host today, filling in for Aaron Scott Young, is Isaiah Talley, the owner of Copper Eagle Patrol. And we're going to come back after this next segment. We're going to have a little fun right now. We're going to talk about Las Vegas, one of the fun places that I like to go. I have to go to Vegas, David, in January. So selfishly, one of the reasons I want to have you on the show, you're so hard to get a hold of. I mean, everybody wants you. Everybody wants to talk to you. You truly are the Las Vegas guru. Your website, on Twitter, it's the Vegas Guru, right? Follow David on Twitter
Exactly. Yeah, I'm the Vegas Guru on Twitter and beyond.
Yeah, and I think that's where I found you. So, coach up to coach. So I got to go to Vegas in January, about the 19th, and so. My first question is, I normally don't go through these booking services. I like to talk to the hotel myself. Am I saving myself money in aggravation?
You're not really saving yourself money, but what I advise, if people aren't familiar with the resorts in Vegas and not sure which one might be a good fit for them, and they don't have somebody advising them, then I recommend they go through a travel agent. I recommend they use the travel agent's expertise. If they've been to Vegas, if they're a regular, then they can certainly book on their own through the hotel websites. And, I have a couple that I like a lot right now, and I'll get to those, but there are two keys that I talk about when looking for what I call getting luxury for less in Vegas.
I like that.
And I think everybody wants to stay somewhere nice. Some people might think that some places are out of their range, their price range, but they really aren't if you know when to book and where to look in Vegas. Those are really the two keys.
Okay, when to book. I'm taking notes. We're talking to David Yeskel, the Las Vegas Guru. When to book. So sometimes you don't have a choice. I mean, I'm not booking in August when it's 110 degrees. I want to go when everybody else is going, when it's nice and cool.
Right, sure. Sometimes you don't have a choice, and if you're locked into a weekend, that's what I tell people to try to avoid, actually.
But can I challenge you on something?
Sure.
Where are you going to find a travel agent today? David, that's the era that you and I grew up. There's no more travel agents.
There actually are. Travel agents are alive and well, believe it or not. A lot of them are working on a commission, not a commission model anymore, but a fee-based model. So as you know, if you go to a travel agent now and try to book air, they'll charge you $25 or $35 to book the air. But a lot of times you need a travel agent's expertise. Now, when it comes to hotels, there's typically no cost to the traveler. The agents are paid a commission out of the rate that they negotiate. And a lot of times, this doesn't always apply to Vegas, the travel agent will have access to better hotel rates than you could get on your own, say. So because they belong to consortiums and these larger organizations that afford them special rates that you might not be aware of as a traveler. But when Vegas is concerned, look, we all know Vegas is jammed on every weekend. There's no off-season when it comes to weekends in Vegas. Southern Californians invade Vegas on weekends. It's kind of like the D-Day invasion, only in greater numbers, but slightly less violent. And so weekend, if you can avoid a weekend, I urge people to try to get to Vegas midweek, and that is Sunday through Thursday night. That's when they'll find the best rates, the best availability. Shows are more available. You can get into restaurants more easily. If you can travel midweek, that's the way to do it. If you're forced to travel on a weekend, just know that you'll pay more and the Strip is super jammed on weekends.
Yeah, you can't even drive anymore. We're talking to the Las Vegas Guru, David Yeskel, and the question about comps. So all my buddies say, "Oh, Coach, I'm getting comp." Are there really comp? Isaiah, do you ever get comp when you go to Vegas?
No, I don't get comps.
Yeah. So what are comps? I mean, are people really getting comped?
Oh, lots of people are getting comped. So basically,
I'm a nobody. I'm not getting comped.
Basically,
I'm a nobody.
Comps. But you could be a somebody if you played a fair amount in the casino. And really, that's what the comps are about. So your casino play is tracked. If you all the casino resorts and the companies issue they have affinity or clubs and they're frequent player clubs, and you're issued a card. If you're playing slots, you plug your card into the slot, and that tracks your play. If you're playing table games, then the dealer sees you, you show your card, and the pit boss takes note.
Is that what they call the player's card?
That's what they call a player's card.
Okay, so I always thought that was like a fancy thing, Isaiah. When I sat down at the table and said, do you have a player's card? And I said, no. And then the guy next to me, have you seen that?
Yeah, no, I've got several because they'll give you like free. Anytime
you have a gambling problem?
Anytime I go to a casino, I look for what's free. And so those little cards, the first time you get one, they often give you like, here's $50 to go play in the machines, which they promptly take back from me.
Right. They'll give you some free play to start off with. But if you're playing at a table, the pit boss then tracks your play. And the level of comps really is determined by how large a table you're playing at, what the minimum is, whether it's a $5 minimum or a $25 minimum, say, and how long you play. That will determine what kind of comps you get. After you play an hour, you may get a meal comp for two. If you're playing for a few hours at a higher limit, you might get a room comp, and then so it's there isn't a set formula. It's up to each casino, and it's really up to the pit boss to decide what kind of comps they offer. But they really are available to everyone.
All right, we're talking to David Yeskel, Yeskel. You can find him on Twitter at the Vegas Guru. So. Staying off the strip. So I agree with you. I mean, I don't even drive anymore. If I do drive to Vegas, then I get in a cab because it's ridiculous. And then I say to the cab driver, don't take me down the main streets, go the back roads.
Right.
But for the casinos that are off the strip, like the Rio, and do you know any other ones off the strip, Isaiah?
Off the strip. But Aria's on it now, isn't it?
Yes.
Are there any quality hotels off the strip that you would say, Coach, this is a safe hotel? Now, I have the CEO of Copper Eagle Patrol, so obviously my question is, are the casinos off the strip, are they safe as the ones on the strip?
Absolutely, they are, and there are two that I like a lot.
Okay.
That are really beautiful. One is Red Rock. It's about 20 minutes off the strip by car. It's called Red Rock Casino and Resort. It's a beautiful resort. It's what I consider to be actually the most beautiful resort in all of Las Vegas. It's set right at Red Rock.
Can you get me a deal? I'll stay there now. Can you get the old coach a deal at the Red Rock?
I could. It's a gorgeous place.
Okay.
What they have off strip is the benefit of geography. So they have a larger geographic footprint than the resorts on the Strip could get. And so it's spread out. There's beautiful pool areas. The resort kind of fits into the Red Rock area. It's a beautiful location and a beautiful resort, and typically at a better value than hotels on the Strip.
Oh, I love that. Okay. So how much am I going to pay a night? Let's say let's do two things. Wednesday, would you say Wednesday through
Sunday through Thursday midweek?
Okay. What am I going to pay at the Red Rock?
You'll definitely pay under $200 a night. You'll definitely pay under $200.
What happened to the $25 a night I was paying just a couple of weeks ago? What, $200? Are you kidding me?
Under 200. So
under 200.
Between 100 and 100 and maybe 150 a night midweek. And weekends vary depending on how busy they are, of course, but weekends can be certainly over 200.
My producer's a young guy. In fact, his mother doesn't even know where he is today. He's producing my show, Justin. I love the kid to death, but I'm telling you, Justin, when I was a kid your age, you know how much it was in Vegas? Like $19.
I don't want to know.
$19. $19. We're talking to the Vegas guru. My wonderful in-studio co-host today is Isaiah Talley, the CEO of Copper Eagle Patrol. Okay, so Red Rock Casino.
Red Rock Casino.
And where's the other one? What's the other one?
The other one is called the M Resort. M for as in Mary.
Okay.
That's pretty close to the Strip. It's just about.
Did you say Strip? Shrimp? Shrimp. Let me have two shrimp.
Pretty close to the Strip. It's just about 10-minute drive.
Where? Which way? Which way?
Beautiful.
Coming into town?
It's south, right. So if you're driving in on I-15 from L.A., you'll pass it before you get to the Strip. It's called the M Resort.
I think I've seen it. Is it nice?
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So those are two of my
How much are those rooms?
Off-strip properties. Those are a little less. You can probably get a room midweek from starting at about 100.
There you go.
It's also beautiful. The rooms are really beautifully appointed. and it's got a much quieter feel, of course, than the places on the Strip. But great restaurants, and there's a great buffet there, as a matter of fact.
Oh, baby, you're talking to the right guy.
So what these off-Strip properties do, they cater to locals also, right? So there are a lot of people in town call them locals resorts.
Okay.
So they're a combination of catering to locals and to visitors. But they need to try a little harder than the places on the Strip. So they have a great buffet there. It's called the Studio B Buffet. And what they do is they include unlimited beer, wine, and cordials with every meal. So you don't pay for your drinks as you do on the Strip, say.
I love the cordials. We're talking to, his name is David Yeskold. So I got to kick you off the show, but why would somebody go and find you on Twitter at the Vegas Guru? What are they going to do when they find you?
So I post tips every day, where I think the good values are, where I've eaten great dishes. They can basically see what the best of Vegas is, and you also see some tweets that point to a story I just did for Travel Weekly, my 13th annual Las Vegas Best Bets. And in that, you'll find my 10 best bets for 2015, and you'll find links to that story from my Twitter account, The Vegas Guru.
10 best bets, and that's how they're going to find you on the Las Vegas Guru, or the Vegas Guru.
The Vegas Guru.
At Vegas, at Vegas Guru. David, you got to come back. This is, I learned I'm going to go to the Red Rock, and I'm going to maybe stay at the M Resort at $100 a night.
Can't beat that.
That's more my speed. Hey, thank you for coming on KHTS. The show is called Start a Biz here in Southern California. KHTS, 12:20 a.m. We're going to come back and finish our segment because I think security, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm going to talk Isaiah into, and I'll work with him in putting a class together for all our listeners. And you asked a great question, Justin, and that is how do you perform under such great stress and pressure when somebody is attacking you? And when we come back, we're going to answer that for you. So come on back. It's 12:20 a.m. You can listen to us at hometownstation.com. You can check out the coach at Coach Tunick, TUNICK.com. Also, when you go to Coach Tunick, you'll see I have another show called The Mentor Show. Not a bad idea to listen to it every day for about 10 minutes. All right, we'll be right back. And big shout out to Phil, my pal that listens, and Chucky that listens, and the two people that came up to me, Roberta and Lynn, but two people, Justin, like he said, she said, every Tuesday at 2, and I'm filling in for my wife and my daughter today. They're at Disneyland, but big shout out to you, Jesse and Jess. And I don't know, I didn't ask whether a boyfriend or girlfriend, but how do you have Jesse and Jess, really? Anyway, all right, so ladies and gentlemen, here at KHTS and at home, I've been saying I want to do something for the community. Maybe meeting Isaiah is a fine young man. I know what he's talking about. Look, I didn't vet him. He's been vetted by the community. All the homeowners associations use Copper Eagle Patrol. The colleges have used them. Businesses have used them. Even KHTS has used Copper EaglePatrol.com. So he's already been vetted, and then I vetted him with my own network of people, and then I meet the dude, and he's a nice young man. He's the same age as my son. He's smart. He's got a background in helping and protecting people. So, Isaiah Talley, I need a nickname for you. Isaiah is a biblical name?
It is a biblical name.
Isaiah Talley. It.
No.
Not the it?
No, when I was a kid, I had long hair, and people called me Cousin It all the time.
Yeah. No, okay, we're not going. I'll come up with some. So I feel like this is something you and I can actually do. The timing of this, of coming out, and we're going to work on it. It may take us 2 or 3 weeks to do it. Maybe we'll wait till January, till the holiday's over. And I'll put a sign-up sheet on the website, and we'll find a location. And we'll train you on gun safety. We'll train you. And Justin asked the greatest question during the break. He said, Justin asked the question because it's a great question. Let the audience hear your voice.
Well, I understand even in situations where there is nothing near the kind of craziness that can happen.
You can't ever get into a situation where it's real. When it's real and it's happening, you can plan for it though, right, Isaiah?
Right. Well, I'm just saying your heart rate is going to increase at at an exponential.
Yeah.
So when you meet a pretty girl, what does your heart rate do?
It goes pretty fast.
It
I'm not gonna
does.
lie.
Oh God. Okay.
That thing that happens in your stomach when you're in a situation like looking down the barrel of a gun, it is unbelievable the turnover that happens inside of there. And all that happens is what you've trained again and again, your body reacts to because your head's not there anymore.
And I, being an ex-teacher, ex-coach, I really believe that repetition. Your heart rate's still going to go.
Repetition.
It has to, right.
Only perfect practice makes perfect.
Is Nancy listening, you think, to the show?
Oh, I don't
Big
know.
shout out to you, Nancy.
Sent me a text.
You got a great staff.
Yeah, they're great people.
You do. You really do. Copper Eagle Patrol, the CEO here, Isaiah, with me today on the show that we call He Said, She Said on Tuesday. And then Thursday, I hope you come back at 1 o'clock for the Start a Biz show. So let's finish it off with, if we put the class together, we're going to learn gun safety. And I just realized I don't even have a gun cleaning kit. Shame on me. I'll go to Walmart and get one. Yeah. The process of self-defense, that doesn't happen overnight.
No. So, but I will show, we'll start off with some basic hand-to-hand techniques for simple things that do happen a lot. What do you do when someone grabs your shirt? At that point, you don't necessarily need a gun, right? But you do need them to let go of your shirt before the fist comes around. How to handle situations as they escalate and what to do appropriately situation to situation. So we'll show some self-defense things to help you in average everyday thing. What do you do if your wife's going out to the car and somebody approaches her? How does she handle that?
I bought her that spray, that pepper spray. Is that worth a darn?
7 out of 10 people it works on. So, because it's a pain-induced method. So, whenever you use something that uses pain to modify someone's behavior, it's going. How is that even ringing?
How does that ringing? That's a cell phone, ladies and gentlemen.
Silent.
You just heard, because their show is live, it's on silent.
That's my wife. I don't know how I got around that.
Does she know you're on? Does your wife know where you are today? You're on
she
radio.
knows
You're
I'm
on live radio on KHTS AM 1220. We have a great app incident. You should download the app and listen to the show Thursday. I'll give you a big shout out. Listen to the show at 1 o'clock
on Thursday.
Yeah, the app is going to the App Store. That's an iPhone.
That's an iPhone, yes.
Go into the App Store, put in KHTS 1220 AM. Great, best radio app in the country. Seriously, I'm on radio.
I definitely use the website a lot.
I'm on radio every day all across the country, radio and television. If you go to Coach Tunick, you'll see my television stuff. So let me shotgun some questions to you, if you don't mind. So pepper spray, yes, no. Every woman should carry it, or every guy.
7 out of 10 people.
Do you sell it?
No, I don't sell it. I used to.
We used to
do that, but we weren't making money on it, and it was too much of a headache for me because those do have expiration dates too, right?
Oh, they do.
Any kind of pressurized.
So the ones I bought 10 years ago
probably wouldn't work. But the deal is,
where can you buy pepper spray in the community? Can you buy it at Walmart?
The Cop Shop, you can buy it.
Where's the Cop Shop at?
That one's off of Soledad. There's LA Police Gear. It's in the Industrial Center, I believe.
Off the freeway, off the 405.
Yeah. No, off the 5. There's one here in town, or it's not LA Police Gear.
My 5-year pepper spray's no good.
I wouldn't use it. I would replace that annually. But the deal is that at pepper spray, you want to be in a perfect no-wind day. How many of those do we have in Santa Clarita?
None.
Because you go to spray that and the wind's blowing in your face, guess who's getting pepper spray?
All right, let me shotgun let me go in question. So a friend of mine about 2 weeks ago is sending me a flashlight. Okay. So he said, if somebody comes to your door in the middle of the night, get your high beam flashlight out and shine it in their eyes.
That's nice, because you can see them and they can't see you.
Okay, and they'll probably run, he said.
Most likely, because most people coming into a house are not expecting to come against somebody, right? They're looking to catch there at the quiet time. A lot of the robberies are happening in the middle of the day because nobody's home. They're all at work. Right, so
flashlight during the day is not going to work.
Flashlight during the day is not going to work. No.
Oh. Okay, so I have a high beam flashlight coming from Santa Claus.
Oh, nice.
So I could use that.
Yeah, LED technology has made all that wonderful. Just make sure that you regularly change your batteries, because that's another one of the maintenance things.
If we start doing the podcast, these are the kinds of things you need to put in your podcast. You know. Okay, so when you see something, say something. What's your recommendation, honestly? And so, go ahead.
When you see something, say something is, yes, still a good thing, because we have caught so many things that have gone wrong just because people stood up and said something. There have been attempted attacks on, like, the Santa Monica Pier. Guys were casing it to bring it down, but somebody noticed that people were taking pictures of underneath and taking pictures of security guards and not of anything else, not the normal tourist things, and reported it. And it went up the chain, and they said, hey, well, look, this guy's on a watch list.
Okay, stay with me. So we're on Main Street here in Newhall, right?
Okay.
I would say, I don't know if Justin wants to chime in on this, I would say about half the time when I'm driving down to go to Lions, there's guys out there with cameras. And a couple of times I thought, what are you doing? You know, now what do I do? So who do I call?
Right. Well, here in Santa Clarita, you call our own local sheriff to report things. Right?
I call 911?
No. Call the sheriff's station directly.
Yes. And what person has that phone number? Nobody.
I have it saved in my phone.
You have it saved. You're wearing a badge and a gun and the whole bit. Talking to the CEO is a really nice young man. You're young to own a business, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. You're my son's age, but maybe not anymore.
Yeah. I just started working here when I was in college, and then became great friends with the owner and bought it from him.
You got a great personality and you're smart. What's the name of this company? Copper Eagle Patrol. So I see these guys. Justin, you ever see these guys taking pictures? No, you don't see them? I see them.
Main Street's a little trickier. It's pretty.
Oh, that's what they're doing.
And then you got to.
But wait a second. You said call the sheriff's department. Don't call 911.
911 goes to a central dispatch.
I get it, but who has the sheriff's department number?
So,
not me.
Yeah, why
Justin doesn't have it.
But now you know that you should get it, right? Put it in there.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to take a note. So the timeout. The sheriff's department has a number. Okay.
Yeah, their phone number. I think.
I'll look it up.
I can look it right now.
I'll look it up. We got a minute left. What do you want to say to the community? You and I are going to figure out how to help people. We'll figure it out, and we'll be talking to you almost every week until we do figure it out. People are nervous. Make us feel more comfortable.
Okay, so you are nervous, and nervousness isn't necessarily bad. That's your body saying, hey, look, you need to be alert to the potential of danger, right? Because of the events of last week, we have become alerted to the possibility that terrible things happen in our own areas. So don't look down on your nervousness so much. That's a good thing, because it's your body telling you, hey, I need to be aware. And situational awareness will do most of what you need, because you'll be able to look out when you're going to your car. Don't have your head buried in your cell phone. Look at what's out there. Hey, there's a danger. There's a guy looming by my car. I don't want to go there alone. When you're going out in a dark area at night, go in groups of people, right? Your body's own emotions will let you know. Your subconscious is coming alert saying, hey, there's something you should be paying attention to. It's okay to be nervous, because we should be to a degree, because society exists on a basic trust that we have with everybody else. And every time someone challenges that trust, we start to distrust to a degree. It's okay to be nervous. Just be aware and let logic
I'm so glad I met you. The company is Copper Eagle Patrol.com. I will have Isaiah back many times. If you missed some of the show, you can go to Hometown Station tonight after about 6 o'clock. Our podcast, you can go and listen, you and the missus, hear your own voice. Just go to Hometown Station tonight and hit podcast, and it'll be under Start a Biz. See you Thursday at 1 o'clock. Justin, thank you, brother. See you Thursday.
Always, Coach.